So I've been allowed to enter University of Nairobi and I'm officially here. And this is the main campus. So I've been allowed to tour. I didn't mind giving some water, but yeah, so this is the main building. Interesting. So this place was unveiled by, interesting. So let's actually proceed. And I think the idea is that it's a bit laid back, seeing that, seeing that, seeing that, okay, campuses are around. So this is the beauty of Nairobi University. Unfortunately, I do not know much of the history. And this is the main campus. As you can see, that Dean of Students will be found here. Brutalistic colonial architecture does litter the street. Anyway, so let's just walk around. And I'm impressed that they actually have some green space here. People basking in the sun, what reptiles would consider as estivation. So let's just head around and then see where we can see education building. I suppose this is also where education is, having shown you where the faculty of so this is a 30 something. The sign has already long broken. They have wood lawns, which is an interesting thing, and for that reason I wonder how wide it is inside the main campus. And these are the students. I wonder whether there's a lot of adult education students around here. And skills center. Wonder what skills are being developed right here. But this is, I guess, the future of the country. Department of Library and Information. And Jomo Kenyatta Memorial Library. Anyway, I'm just roaming around the compounds and the lawns. And since I have very little footage, let me figure out what this building is. University of Nairobi bookshop. And anyway, I'm still walking around. Beautiful architecture, kind of reminds me of Uganda. Bindery, photocopying, binding, and printing. I do not know whether. No, I don't see a lot of photocopying. I suppose this is a library. Yeah, we read it there, Jomo Kenyatta Library. And who Jomo Kenyatta is, I don't know. I am very privileged to having been allowed the opportunity to move around. And as such, I'm just freely roaming as far as my video will let me. I think I didn't show you the University of Nairobi Tower. Just a bit of that in a short while. Let me see. So that tower was completed in 2016, ground broke in 2013. It's actually a 22-story green building, the brainchild of the late Professor George Mugoha. It serves as a modern architectural statement housing the university's management and top-tier lecture hall. It's very interesting, and it's my delight to take you around here. The dress code here is a bit leisurely, just like would be the case of Makerere University. And yeah, engineers and the bright people tend to not waste a lot of time with outfit and dress code, and that makes it very, very amazing. I went to Strathmore, and I was kind of struck with the fact that most of them were simply, and that's the Nairobi the Nairobi Expressway, also another structure that was completed recently, started in 2019, completed in 2022. These guys are a bit shrewd with finishing their structures. 4.4 building, very interesting naming for a structure. But I'm just enjoying this concrete structures right here. I suppose this is a lecture theatre. Oh, I suppose Swahili is the best mode of instruction. And I suppose there's actually no lecture. And let me just go out the auditorium. I just want to see what is up this window. It looks beautiful. Timber framing. This kind of gives me the vibes of Makerere University. And that's the expressway running right above the old highway crossing from Mombasa in that direction to Uganda. Okay. And out we go from this direction. It looks like they're big on corruption. I wonder what corruption was doing to them. Let me just show you this signpost here. I don't know what they mean by corruption. I think I've also seen some of these on the streets of Makerere University. But where is it? Zero corruption free zone. And that signpost, I've seen it everywhere along Nairobi University. But now that I'm inside, let me just mention a thing or two. Nairobi University is organized into several faculties. We have law, medicine, engineering, and business. These are the most competitive programs in the country. The Great Court, the Green Lawn, you see near the tower. Which Green Lawn? I probably don't know it, but it is let me take this route. Basically the Green Lawn you see near the tower is the traditional site for graduation ceremonies and has seen graduations of Kenya. I think I showed you that space where the kids were lying. So now that we are here, I might actually just take you through the names of some of the notable people that this university has provided. Vehicles parked at owner's risk. The University of Nairobi shall not be held liable for the loss or damage. Interesting. I think that is usually the case with all city parkings. Anyway, back to some of the notable alumni of the University of Nairobi. And let's see. I don't know whether I should cross over to engineering school, whether my data will allow, but basically Nairobi University or University of Nairobi has notable alumni. Professor Wangari Maathai, the first African woman to win the Nobel Peace Prize, was a professor and researcher here. William Ruto, the current president, is an alumnus, PhD in plant ecology. Actually, there are a countless number of Supreme Court judges, CEOs, literary icons like Ngugi wa Thiong'o, who taught here, having passed through these halls. Interestingly, as we look at the tower, we notice the ship-like design elements. Some architects believe it represents a vessel of knowledge docking in the center of the city. I don't know whether it's an outrageous claim, but I think it's a bit visionary in nature. Not like the freedoms and liberties of public university. Everyone is left to themselves. I suppose by the time you make it here, you are actually a brain to reckon with in the literary spaces anyway. Uh, High slope building. Interesting. The facade kind of who high slope is. Let me try to see if I can find out. Who is high slope? University of Nairobi. Main campus is a bit small, but anyway, they operate multiple branches. I see a fountain here. I think it's something I feel like I should share with you. Who the artist is, I don't know. Artist is, it seems to be functioning. One tap drips out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is there a placard to say anything? Department of Library and Information Sciences. Oh, wow. Yeah, University of Nairobi Tower. Now, this is what I thought Makerere University will replace their main building with, having had the old one burn out, but they simply replaced it with an exactly identical. Didn't know these were climbing plants, but all right, live fence, all right, that's beautiful. Mahatma Gandhi wing, and so guys, I'm very delighted to be here with you. So let me just take a selfie. I will take a selfie right in front here. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, now that I'm taking a selfie, it's almost inadmissible that I was at Nairobi of University. And I think the students mind their own businesses. Gandhi.